I'm really excited about this class because it's short, it's sweet, it feels fabulous, and you can really do this at any doorway, anywhere you're at. Maybe you're walking through a doorway at work and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stretch. This is a perfect thing to do. Even if it's for a split second, you've been sitting at a desk and you start getting here. And so I'm gonna show you all these great stretches for the doorway for just upper body. So there's plenty to do in the lower body, but we're gonna focus on the upper body, opening through the chest and shoulders. So if you have a doorway, which everybody has a doorway, mine actually doesn't have a door. I'm using my entrance to my laundry room. I don't have a door actually on there. So if you have that, you're gonna use the side that doesn't have the door in the way, ideally, just so it's not in the way. So you want those walls. So I have two walls here, and I can also use the other side where I have something here too. So we're gonna get started right away here. And again, hopefully you take one or two things away from this, or you log in a bunch of times and you do this class as many times as you'd like, because you don't remember, and that's totally okay. That's what I'm here for. So we're gonna go right into it. And again, we have this doorway, and it's amazing how we can use all these things in our house to actually get really, really good stretches or exercises. But today we're gonna focus on chest and shoulders. So please comment if you're here. Please say hi. I hope you're feeling fabulous. We just did a great bar class, so if you can log in later and do that, you can, if that's something that you like. If you're not sure what it is, please message me. But anyway, let's get started. On our wall or on our doorway, I'm going to step back, and you should be able to see the whole thing, so we should be good. So here we are. Welcome to a 10-minute stretch-ish. Not exactly sure how long this is going to take, but we're going to use our doorway as a place to stretch. And we're really going to focus on our chest and shoulders. So if you find yourself sitting at a desk, or maybe you scroll a lot, you're on your phone, you're on your computer, shopping, I can't think of checkout, whatever, but you're in this position a lot. We get really tight through our chest and shoulders, or maybe just have shoulder injuries from other activities, whatever. But these are some great stretches. So we're actually going to go right into our stretches. And ideally, I don't have an actual door for this, so if you can get where you can have some wall space, and on this side I do have something in the way, so I'm going to show you both ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our hands a little bit, my feet are together. They could be apart, doesn't matter too much, but your hands are kind of in this cactus, but not super high, so that the elbows are shoulder height. I want them a little lower. We're going to do this in stages. So from here, now you can't see my hands, I'm going to turn the other way, but my hands are up. So they're not turned out, they're turned up, and we're right here. And you're going to notice the change in flexibility. So I'm going to show you the other way too. I just don't want you to have to look at my booty too much. And so the elbows are low, and we're just kind of pressing the chest forward. Now there's a little bit of arch in my back to really open up the heart. Fingertips are up, and we're going to press. And you'll notice the change in the range of motion depending on where your hands are and where your elbows are. So right here, and I'm really tight. So I'm going to show you the other way. So from here, my fingertips are up, and I'm just going to lean into it. And this arm for me is really tight. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm not leaning over to one side. So if one side is tighter than the other, try not to lean in to stretch the other arm more. I promise we'll focus on one arm at a time this second. So arms are up, elbows are down. And you can look up if you'd like, but try not to pinch your neck. So just sort of press here. And then to come out of it, just walk yourself back and stretch it out. Good. Now, to counter stretch that, and we'll come back to that, you're going to take your hand on the top, right up here, right, in the doorway. We're going to step back. Now, not too far. We're going to get there in a second. Not too far. And hinging at the hip, you're going to press your chin and chest down towards the ground. Now, if it's too much with your arms straight, depending on the range of motion, you can bend the elbows and come here. Okay? So think about pushing your arms down, or your chest and armpits down. You can rest your head or here, really. And I'm just kind of holding on. It doesn't really matter too much where your hands are. Just make sure that your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Take a breath. So we're opening through the armpits, and then exhale, release, and shake it out. Now to counter that one, grab your doorway here. Roll. Now notice how the shoulders roll forward? I want you to roll your shoulders back. So I'm going to hold on to each side of this doorway. My feet are together. They can be slightly apart, but I have this little lip, so I want to make sure that one hip isn't higher than the other, so that's important. And actually, if I go like that, they're even. And then just press. So make sure you're not leaning over to one side or the other. And come up. Good. And maybe you just slowly walk your shoulders higher and higher. I'm just using the fingertips. Elbows are pointed in, so make sure your elbows aren't rolling out, because see how that makes the shoulders roll in? Open up. So chest opener, take a breath, kind of notice where your arms are, because we're going to do it a little bit different. And again, and slowly release and shake it out. And already I feel so much better. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to bring our hands a little bit higher and turn your palms at an angle. So not straight up, just slightly out, and your arms are up a little higher. So before they were kind of below the shoulder here, now they're just barely above the shoulder, but I'm going to take my palms and turn them slightly out. And then I'm going to open up. And I'll show you the other direction so you can see. And I'm actually using my fingertips a little to hold onto the doorway and open the chest. Notice how you can get a little bit more range of motion. I'm going to show you the other way so you can see. And again, I don't really need you to look at my booty too much. So instead of palms and fingertips up, I'm kind of angling out. My arms are higher than last time. And then open. Maybe your elbows straighten. And then press. Now I like to bend my elbows a little bit so that the shoulder blades roll back. If they're straight, I feel like I'm getting more through the arm. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I really want to stretch the chest and shoulders. So if I bend the elbows and lift my chin and chest, I get a beautiful chest stretch. Shoulder stretch. If you want to look back, you can. Nice little back stretch. And then slowly, slowly come out of it and shake it out. Good. So we're going to go back to facing the wall, and it doesn't matter which direction. The first time we weren't touching this wall. So this time we're actually going to touch the wall and hinge to reach. So I'm actually using my hands to push my booty into this doorway, but not round, flat back. And then from here, you can have your arms straight, but notice then the elbows bend when you hinge. So bring your arms back up and then press. So the elbows are going to bend and then push away. Good. You can soften your knees, but I'm pushing my booty with my arms into the wall or into the doorway, and then hang your head heavy. Feel that stretch. Keep going. Feel that stretch right underneath that lat here. Should feel really good as you're pressing your chest and armpits into the ground. And then you can hold on a little bit, maybe place some of that weight down, let your head hang heavy. So come out of this, you can round, shake it out. Good, so we're gonna step forward, we're gonna grab on. So we already did this one, we're gonna work our way. So notice how the shoulders roll forward when we first grab. We're gonna roll your shoulders back. Walk your hands up the wall. And if that means hinging a little bit, that's fine, okay? You'll know. And then round the shoulders. So remember, we don't want to make sure that our shoulders aren't forward. Shoulders back, and then press. Just have to figure out where to put my feet. There we go. Good. I'm going to come up a little higher. Open. Press those shoulder blades back. Slowly, slowly. Come out of it, shake it out. So the next one, we're going to round the shoulders open. So I'm going to grab my doorway here, and I'll show you the other way, but I want to show you forward first. So the next one we're going to do is we're going to grab onto our doorway here, step back, and round the shoulders and tuck. So it looks like this, okay? And we're opening the shoulders. So if you feel your shoulders coming up to your ears, we just got finished stretching all that out. So make sure your hands are kind of just at shoulder height or rounder or a little lower. And I'm going to tuck and round. And you can kind of push your hip to the right and feel that side body stretch. And then push your body to the left and feel that side body stretch. And back. And the more you hold on and push your shoulder blades away from your rib cage, tuck your chin in, get a neck stretch. Slowly come on up. shake it out. Bring your arms all the way up if you can. If not, they could be a little bit wider or a little bit lower. Okay, you decide. Hold it, take it center. Good, now you're pushing, creating this V. So I'm kind of like pushing down and up. And then open up the chest. Good, so I'm not gonna fall through because I'm pushing into the wall and lengthening through this armpit here. All right. Exhale and shake it out. Bring your hands a little bit lower. We're gonna go back to that round back. So I'm gonna step back, come a little bit lower, and then round it. Maybe you can sit back a little bit more. I'll show you the other direction, even though I don't really want to show you my booty. All right, so I'm gonna step down onto this ledge, and then that way I can get a little bit lower. You can be up here. That feels kind of scary. I want to fall. Okay, so notice how the shoulder blades open up. Feels so good. All right, slowly come out of that, shake it out. Beautiful. Now you can stay in your doorway, but this has nothing to do with our doorway right now. And just gently take it ear to shoulder, lengthen through the side of the neck. Can you feel that tension just sort of go away? I feel so good right now. Please comment on this one because I really want to share this one with as many people as possible because, you know, again, if you're just walking around and you're working all day, you just need a second, make sure you're stretching the opposing muscle too. So shoulders, chest, shoulders back, the shoulders back. So that's why when we do the front, we do back, back, front, whatever, right? And so let's do one more, and you can do this on a wall or on a doorway. So we're gonna do one arm at a time. So I'm just gonna take my hand to shoulder width, and I'm just gonna turn myself around. So if you see the shoulder roll up, roll it back. Palm is flat, so it looks like this, right? The palm is flat, fingertips pointing that way. All right, so make sure your hand isn't turned this way, and then open. I'm just gonna do it this way. And you can even take this other hand onto your wall and create, so I'm just sort of using it as a way to twist a little bit more, and then you can look over your shoulder. So my right arm is back, I'm gonna look over my left shoulder. Can you feel that? So good. Now remember, we talked about opposing, so I'm gonna keep it here, I'm gonna slowly rotate around, arms across the chest, and then I'm gonna twist the other way. So it's like reach, and I'm kind of like reaching over. And I'm holding on to the ledge of this wall here. Looks like this. I'm holding on so that I can really twist that arm across the chest. Can you feel that through the rear delts? This is the last one. Do the other side. And then shake it out. Oh, yeah. All right, so other side. I'm just going to clasp on. Hand is right about shoulder height. Make sure it's not above. So it could be a little bit below, but not above. And then we're going to rotate, open. And again, if that shoulder rolls forward, roll it back. And then you can use that other hand to push your body away. I'm just sort of pushing away. You can look over your right shoulder. So the left arm is back, so I'm going to look over my right shoulder. Feel that stretch open up. And again, if you feel that shoulder rolling forward, roll it back. Tuck this shoulder blade in a little bit. You don't have to look back, right? So anything that's straining you, don't look back. Breathe, breathe. Very slowly. Always come out of it super slow, especially these nice deep stretches. And then we're going to do that same thing coming across. So I'm going to come across, holding on to the ledge, and I'm going to cross the body and reach. So I'll show you this way. Okay. And so kind of leaning in. The arm isn't way up here. It's across the chest. If your chest is in the way, just above your boobs, all right? If you need it below your boobs, whatever you need, so you're not strangling yourself. And then reach. So I feel a beautiful stretch right through this rear delt here, and then back here into the full rear delt. And I'm kind of leaning into it, really pressing that arm against the chest. Slowly come out of it. Shake it out. Good, shake everything out. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, relax your arms. Take it ear to shoulder one last time. Again, you can take one or two of these exercises and just use them throughout the day. Make sure that you're not going too far. If you feel any type of pull, okay, you need to back off. Come out of these really slow. Chin to chest, any of that tension, and then chin up if you'd like. Take your jaw and push it away. And head comes up, shake it out. I hope that felt absolutely fabulous. Please comment, message me, let me know how this one is. want this public to share it with somebody, I'd be happy to share this one with everyone if that's something you feel like somebody else can really benefit from. So have a fabulous day. Use your doorway. Namaste. Hey, that rhymed. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. That felt so good. We'll make sure to put that on the website and share it however we need to, but let me know because that felt really, really good for me. I know I have tight shoulders, and so if you do too, this is a great one for you. I'll tag a few people, and I'll talk to you later.